Hello. Um, Got some rain and some thunder here, so I hope that it's okay. You know, um, Isaiah chapter 7. Here's your sign, all right? And Hosea, Isaiah chapter 7, God has asked this Asa to ask for a sign. Got to give it to him. Ask as high as the sky or as low as the depths of the bottoms. In verse 11, right? And he returns and says, I will not ask, neither will I tempt God. So, wanted to get into signs. And is it good? Is it good to ask for a sign, right? And why would it be good and why would it not be good? And signs have nothing to do with faith. Let's say God, Spirit that lives within you, guides you to a place, an unction. If someone has watched that First John goes over in chapter 2, he gives you an unction, and you think it's from the Lord. It seems like it's from God, but you turn around and you go, Lord, shut that door for a sign. Let it be closed, and I'll know it's you. Now, if you confirm something in the physical that's from the spiritual, which one are you trusting in? You'll believe the door closing, and you know it's from God. But the spirit that is unseen, that is in your body dwelling, and is from God, is unseen, and you're not trusting in that. So what are you trusting in? Is it wrong to ask for a sign? Right? And you're going to have to kind of ask that for yourself. I can't answer that. Some people would say yes, and some people would say no. And it's the following of the Spirit, right? And that's just the way it is. Now, you'll see that this guy has said, I don't need a sign. I know it's from you. And I wouldn't want to tempt you in that way. I don't need to see the physical to understand that this is spiritual and it's right. All right. And in 14 he says, therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. So he didn't ask for a sign, but one is going to be given. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel. That is God with us, right? 15, right? Butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good. So, now hold on. We just went over the condition of the heart, but this man is going to know the difference between evil, and he's going to know the difference between good. So this is going to be a special person, and he's going to have a different heart. His heart is not turned. It's not given over to sin, right? Verse 16, for the child shall know to refuse the evil and choose the good. The land that thou abhorrest shall be forsaken of both her kings. Right, and this is Isaiah. Isaiah is before the second temple, before Babylon comes and takes over Jerusalem, and the Assyrians take over the northern kingdom. So this is written before both of those events has taken place, and that's pretty amazing. And he has given up a timeline of when this sign is going to be. So they would have definitely known to be looking for this sign after the building of the second temple, which is just interesting, right? So we have been given signs by God to look for, right? And he said, look for this one. But to seek in a sign, right, to confirm the Spirit is seen as testing God, and it's not good, not in that way. And I can confirm that with what Christ said, right? In Matthew 16, a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given it unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonah. And he left them and departed. Now, you can see here that Christ in verse 4 is pretty straightforward. Now, notice in verse 1, the Pharisees and Sadducees came and tempting desired him, right? So they're testing God here, right here. Tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. Their spirit spoke. Their spirit said, this is the King of God. This is the King, or the Emmanuel, that Isaiah had spoken of. They knew of his coming, and they knew of his birth, a virgin, right? We had just spoke of it. And they're like, give us a sign. Well, they didn't believe the virgin birth. He answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say, it will be fair weather, right? For the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. You hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? So we just learned about the signs of the times in Isaiah chapter 7, right? That God spoke of this person coming. They have without excuse, right? He is the sign that was given to Isaiah. And now they're asking for more signs. All right, this is Luke 11. Luke 11, verse 27. And it came to pass, as he spoke these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, blessed is the womb that bare thee, right? And Christ is like, no, that's not the blessing. The blessing is the one who hears the word of God and keeps it. Now, Christ is referring to himself there. Christ is the word of God, without doubt. And 29, and when the people were gathered thick, they done heard something. This is kind of unusual. And he began to say, "This is an evil generation." Now, let's look at generation. I didn't have this in the study, but I just, an age, right? An age. That would be the first age, right? The first Adam. And there's more ages than just, that's the part of the first ages of Adam, right? This is an evil generation. They seek a sign. So they don't trust in the Spirit at all. They don't have God as their guide. They want to see everything in the physical. They trust in their physical presence. And there shall no sign be given it but the sign of Jonah the prophet. Jonah was in the belly of the whale for 3 days and 3 nights. Now, he was spit out on land, right? Many believe that the people of Nineveh actually saw him being spit out, which would be representative of Christ coming out of the grave. But I have not found any proof of that, and I would love to actually have proof of that. Because Nineveh worshipped the fish, and that would be great, because they would have seen Jonah as. The point is that they could have seen Jonah as a god, and they received Jonah very well, right? And as you'll see here, Nineveh was going to judge this woman, the 2 kings that we read. And he also says that the woman, the queen of the south, is going to judge as well, right? And that is an indication of 70 AD. Should someone seek a sign? Well, it's trusting in the flesh. Should someone adhere to the Spirit that is inside them? I think that's a much better way of doing it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sorry that the video messed up. Blessings.